Hello everyone. This is our third week since we made our first video, which my wife and I posted. And I'm going to let you know as well that we never thought we would be posting anything on YouTube. But just the ordeal has taken a major toll on our minds, our bodies, and we just felt that we had to put this out so that nobody else would go through the ridiculousness, the fear that these people would try to bring on you and the harm that they could put onto other people. So we thought we would put this video out so you can be aware and organize yourself and be prepared for them. So this has just come out, this is our third week, and so we want to fill in some gaps that when we were going through this, we just went over them briefly. So we're going to go over them in a little bit more detail. That's what our last two videos were, and hopefully this will be the last one dealing with this situation, at this level anyway, and we'll see how it goes from there. But thank you for your prayers. In the first video, we asked that you pray for us. We asked you to fast and pray for us. We were at a very low point and we were in shock at that time. But from that time period on, we have built up the strength from the Most High to come out and put out these videos. Presently, we're still in hiding in a situation because we don't want to get back on the road at this moment. But we said we're going to put out the word anyway and let others know what's going on and get organized. And this is happening right here in Toronto, Canada. We're going to go over a little bit of other things that we've noticed that were on the internet that may be related to this at the end of this particular video. But this is what we've noticed that's happening here in Canada. Now, with our ordeal, one of the things we were noticing was that the perpetrators, those who were chasing us, they always wanted to get close to us. We didn't know what this was for. They wanted to get close to our vehicle. And I mentioned this in the other vehicle, I believe in the other video, and my wife mentioned this as well. So we're thinking, what are the reasons that they could be getting close to us for? What they didn't know was that when I left the vehicle, many times somebody else was inside the vehicle. And so because of our tinted glass, we were watching them. So this is between my wife and I, these are some of the ideas that we came up with why they were trying to get into the vehicle. One time, a vehicle came up very close to us, extremely close to us. In fact, one came, sped up and parked right in front of us. Then a second vehicle speeded up to the right-hand side of us, and they parked. We were in a parking situation. The gentleman got out very quickly, and he had something in his hand. He was trying to get out very quickly, and he had something in his hand, and he was reaching down our vehicle. When we noticed this, passengers in the vehicle that we're in noticed that this guy's coming out really quick. Why is that? We just took off. We reversed out extremely quickly, and the person looked disappointed that he couldn't do something. He had something in his right hand, and he had another and a paper in his left hand, and he was covering whatever he had in his right hand. So we were wondering, what is this that he wanted to do? Was he trying to put something on our vehicle? And that's one of the things. So we thought, was it a tracker that we're trying to put on our vehicle, or something to track our vehicle? So that's one thing that we've noticed they tried to do. And then the other thing was that when we were stopped, because they were chasing us on a continuous basis, we decided to stop along the highway. And when an ambulance showed up after we had called 911, and the ambulance attendants came, and the ambulance attendants were making suggestions that we were not well, and that we should go to, that maybe we were tired, we should go to the hospital or pull over or things like, and that they would take us there. When we called 911 asking for the police,
we didn't ask for an ambulance.
And when we never asked for an ambulance, and they just end up showing up. And when the ambulance attendant came to us, after talking to us, now this is not before they talked to us, this is after they talked to us, they put their gloves on. And I don't know if this is something that they usually do, but he put his gloves on, and then he reaches over and touches me and taps me. Now, I don't know if this meant, I don't want to touch this nigger, this black guy. And that's why he put his gloves on here to touch me, right? There was no reason for him to touch me. There was no reason for him to pat me. I don't know if he thought maybe I had some kind of disease or something like that. I don't know what was going through his head. But the situation came that I made sure that I took that shirt off immediately. I didn't know what they're trying to put on me, try to touch me. My wife's eye, there was an ambulance attendant on both sides, and my wife's eye, her right eye, ended up turning to the right. So one eye was looking straight and the other eye was looking somewhere else. And her vision was foggy, so we were bleeding. Were they ambulance attendants trying to put something on the vehicle? Some kind of poison or something. Now, when we got back to another location, my wife sprayed the area and a white foam started appearing where she sprayed, where she was spraying. This is where the ambulance attendants were leaning on the sides, which is leading us to believe that they had some kind of chemical or something else that they were trying to put on us, or poison. I don't know what it was. So these are one of the couple of the reasons that they may be coming to our vehicles. Could be to put something on it. It could be some kind of chemical. They want to track it or touch it for some reason. A third situation was that when we got boxed in at times, a pickup tow truck would always be within that parking lot and ready for something. It's like they create a scenario that something is going to happen. They make sure that they get all their actors in place. And these actors are going to be the witnesses. They're going to be, of course, false witnesses, as my wife is saying, but witnesses indeed when the police show up. They're going to concoct something. That's why they want to get really close to you, because they're going to falsify something. I don't know what it is, but that's what it appears. That's part of the plan that they're trying to do with this situation.
Yeah, it's like it's all a game to them, guys. You know what I mean? And we've asked for help. Some people that's contacted us, some people say it's probably human trafficking as well. Because when we're going to Ottawa, we saw a van like ours with a bunch of blackheads looking like they're all dumbed down. Maybe with the same chemical in a poor area in Ottawa. You know, I was trying to get to family and doing different things, and we're older, our kids are grown. You know, we have 5 kids, I have 10 sisters, and we have a large family. We never wanted to go home. They probably think we didn't have a home. But because we're being chased, the first thing the YouTubers tell us on the internet, never go home. They'll follow you. So we weren't going home. We were going to Good Life gyms. We were staying in parking lots at Walmart because we didn't want to go home and bring trouble to our family members. And they probably thought we had no home. But they didn't know we knew we were being followed now. We didn't want to bring this problem to our, our grandparents, our parents, and different things. But this is about revenge, guys. These people continually now, even there, we're getting from our grandparents, our parents, the kids are being followed. Our kids are being followed. They think we're dumb. They're trying to be secretive about it. And in plain sight, guys, you wouldn't notice. They're good actors. They will set people up now in neighborhoods who are renting. They'll rent. They'll do anything. And for us, they go the extra mile because I believe it is a group from Scotiabank or Ford, Indian group who got caught in a scam they were doing with Scotia or something that we, with the vehicle, fought, and they are now found out. They own lots of restaurants. They own lots of stuff. The YouTubers told us these Indians who are doing this are using whites and Africans, and they own companies, and we have to be watchful for this organization that is forming.